Hey guys, coming to you live from Bali right now. And we're gonna do a CG market watch live, a live CG market watch here today in Bali. And you could hear the swimming pool sound. Actually, I have a private outdoor pool here. But I think what's more important is we cover BTC price today. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen quickly, and we're gonna talk about BTC price, right? In fact, there was just some movement coming through right now at this moment when I'm doing it live. So for this week, I'll be doing it at 10 p.m. of Singapore Bali time, and that will be 10 a.m. in US time, right? So let me just share my screen quickly, and we can talk about the charts. All right. So it's a really chilly night today. Okay, let's go. All right, so basically what I've done, well, I've just drawn this particular chart a few minutes ago, and just nice, there was some movement coming through from BTC. This is the particular chart we're looking at on 4 hours. Okay, this is based on Huobi 4 hours chart. So I basically draw this symmetrical triangle. In fact, I was telling my premium members for CG about a symmetrical triangle being played out here, and there's a potential movement on either side, right? So it can either go up or it will go down. Now, question and what happened just a few minutes ago is that it started breaking out downwards of the symmetrical triangle. All right, so what I've basically drawn here was the potential movement either to the upside or the downside. So the yellow line here actually indicates the resistance level, while the blue line here, of course, represents my support level. So what we have done here is have broken through the first support level of the previous low of the previous candle, okay, previous green candle and the red candle here, and we're looking at $6,422. Okay, the next support we're looking at based on Ichimoku cloud or Kumo cloud per se will be 6,350 level, and the last final support we're looking at, it will be at $6,300 based on the trend line. Now, of course, the question would then be, will we be able to drop, or what will happen now that BTC has fallen out of the symmetrical triangle? Question now is, will it close below the symmetrical triangle? Are we going to go down further? See, the problem now is not a lot of volume are supporting BTC. So therefore, for it to really move upwards out of the symmetrical triangle, it takes a lot of volume and a lot of effort. And that's the problem. So what we're seeing right here is that as it starts to break down, you go through a different support level. Now, you have to monitor if it closes on the next 4-hour candle and so on and so forth. So the next 8 hours, the next 2 4-hour candles will be crucial to kind of decide where BTC will be heading to. Now, I personally really would love for BTC to kind of fall towards the $6,200 level. So therefore, at that level, it's a kind of potentially a great level to kind of enter BTC. And because that is a very, very strong support range for BTC as well within this particular range. So if I were to draw a horizontal line, you could see that it's a very, very strong range supported at 6,200 level, upwards to about 6,300. So that range is an absolute good level when it comes to being a strong support. Now that we have broken out of the symmetrical triangle, we're looking at heading downwards towards the cloud again. And RSI is also showing that after hovering above the 50 levels, it is not sustaining and therefore it's heading downwards. And all I can say is based on RSI and volume, it's not looking as pleasant. In fact, I was really hoping, I was just telling our premium members just now that I was hoping that it could break out of the cloud and perhaps, trade above the Kumo cloud here, but, unfortunately, we just cannot sustain anymore based on the symmetrical triangle that's formed here and we're breaking downwards. Potentially, levels that we're looking at in terms of support are these levels that I've stated. And therefore, we are kind of heading down. Now, what we need to pay attention to also is that at the end of the month, we also have our CBOE ETF decision that's coming by the SEC. And I think that will kind of have an impact on how the market is going to be moving this week or the next 2 weeks or so. I mean, we only have about 2 weeks more to the end of the month. That decision making will have an impact on the market, and that's what we need to pay attention to. All right. Now, next, very quickly, I just want to cover Ethereum as well. This is Ethereum on Huobi. All right, and I was telling members just now as well that we just have a webinar, so that's why but wise, well, it did a miraculous recovery, I would say. Okay, and I was kind of bending on it going even lower, but it did a slight recovery. But when you really look at the volume, just pay attention to OBV here. It's very, very still. In fact, for the whole year, I've shown you before, even on Gemini, and when you kind of zoom in on Gemini on a daily chart for F, this year has been a very, very low range trading for F. Okay, the volume against Tether has been low. And so what we will see here is you do still see that Ethereum is still trading below the cloud, and it's still trading below EMA 50 and EMA 200. It's not performing very, very well. In fact, I mean, people can argue that, hey, we have seen some recovery. Okay, so theoretically, yes, right? Daily we are trading above Kijun line of Ichimoku, which is kind of good, but RSI was still kind of low below the 50 levels. Okay, so we could still consider it as a bearishness when it's still below the 50 levels. Okay, however, on the 4 hours, it's still looking good. Still looking kind of good. I'm also hoping that we'll break through the cloud. Therefore, you'll be trading above the Kumo cloud here. RSI is slightly dipping towards the 50 level. I do hope that it sustains above the 50 level. And ultimately, you could see that there's a kind of like a rising, like a ascending triangle forming right here. Okay, so there could be some bullishness because of a prevailing bullish trend. However, because BTC is still the king, it's still the one governing the movement and of the entire market cap. It's still the one that governs whether altcoins will be going up or whether Ethereum will be going up. So we really have to kind of monitor BTC prices. Then we can kind of understand how the rest of the altcoins will move or even how Ethereum will move. All right, so this is my point of view. In terms of support level that we could be looking at, if BTC were to start and carry on falling, we could easily fall back to the $200 level based on Kumo Cloud. If not, we really have to be looking at the lows of 183, which I think it has sustained a few times. And personally, I'm looking at perhaps a consolidation near the range of 191 as well. So 200, 191, 183 will be the level that we could potentially see if BTC carries on dropping or dipping to a new level. All right, it's now live for you guys to see on Huobi. It's now 6,371. So you can see the pending volume selling it down. It's intense. So we have already hit the second kind of support level, and we should be heading down quite soon. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do a live video right now just to show you that, hey, BTC is dipping just as I'm talking about it. So right timing. So these are the levels that I'll be looking at to buy back. I personally favor $6,200 to $6,300 range. So guys, take a look at BTC at the price level. So thank you for tuning in. Do like, comment, and subscribe. Give me some of the best feedback, thumbs up, and just give me some support here. I'll be coming back on Wednesday and Friday, same time, 10 p.m., and I'll give you BTC update as well. All right, so take care, guys, and cheers.